What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's action figure talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today is the day. Every year we do a top 10 Star Wars The Black Series figures of all time list. So this is our updated 2021 list. And Justin, what a nightmare it was to compile this list together.
Nate, the Black Series came out in 2013. We've been collecting for years now. But the best year for the Black Series definitively was 2020.
Without a doubt. And just to give you guys some perspective on the list changes, 7 new figures have been added to our top 10, which is crazy. So if you go back and you watch our previous all-time video, it's virtually going to be different.
Yeah. To put it in more perspective, some rules here.
Yeah.
So people in the future watching this don't go a little nuts. This is from the orange line in 2013 all the way to the Moff Gideon Queel Grief Cargo wave in late 2020/2021 is when we got them. That's when they're sort of everywhere now. So
that means no Ventress, Bo-Katan, Bad Batch wave yet. We don't have those figures yet.
Yeah.
So that's the cutoff point. The last Mandalorian wave, Grief Karga, Moff Gideon. Well, with all that out of the way, of course, if you are new to the channel, we are primarily a Star Wars The Black Series channel. So if you are into collecting this line of figures, definitely subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you enjoy this video at any point, don't forget to leave a like and just subscribe if you're new. So let's get right into it, Justin. We have a few honorable mentions. Our very first honorable mention, which already, this list is insane. The Heavy Infantry Mandalorian, aka Paz Vizsla.
Yep. A big bulky boy that just has great articulation.
He moves so well despite the bulk.
Butterflies.
Yep. The big gun. Of course, you put a little steel ingot in his hand.
Yep.
And he also, similarly to Mando, you can plug in those Iron Man effects in his jetpack.
Yep. Comes with the jetpack. You can remove it. Weapon storage for the huge heavy blaster.
Yep.
You can the tube from the flamethrower and everything, removable, comes off. A lot of customization in that regard. If you get the Mando build-up pack, you can give him a slab of Beskar, like you said, which I love that so much.
Yes. Tons of paint app details as well. Really just a great representation of the character. And I'm glad that he's no longer an exclusive and is pretty easy to find. Because for a while there, old Paz boy was going up in price.
Yeah. Our next honorable mention is a Jedi. And if you guys have been collecting the Black Series since the beginning, you know what I'm talking about when I say we have been wondering where the heck is Mace Windu. Thank goodness we waited for photoreal and the new and improved Jedi body with butterfly joints. Mace Windu came with the robe, the head sculpt.
Yes.
Looks exactly like Samuel L. Jackson in Revenge of the Sith. And it's better than the SH Figuarts.
Without a doubt.
A $20 action figure.
Yep. It just shows you what Hasbro can really do when they decide to fully give a crap. Mace Windu, masterpiece level figure, which it's crazy that he's, again, an honorable mention.
Yep. Great hilt. Nice, clean paint apps on the hilt with the black and the silver and the gold.
Yes.
It's just a great figure overall.
And our last honorable mention is the 2020 Mandalorian Stormtrooper. And it pains me to say this because I absolutely love the new Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
However, looking at everything else on our top 10 Black Series of all time list that we've got coming up, there's no way. You know, I ultimately agree that it is an honorable mention. Masterpiece figure again. Little light on the accessories, Hasbro.
True.
But the overhauled articulation and the overall
just the
better proportions.
The improvement, the helmet.
Yes.
The helmet, the proportions, it looks like a person in there as opposed to no one in there, like a skeleton.
Right.
It's just such an improvement, and I can't wait to get the Tantive 4 diorama from GTP Toys and
It's
stick
coming.
those new Stormtroopers in there. I agree. It's painful to not have them in the top 10. But alas, let's get into our actual top 10 Black Series of all time with number 10, which is the Luke Skywalker and Yoda Jedi Training 2-pack.
It wouldn't be an out of the basement list without a little bit of cheating. So
True, 'cause it's technically 2 figures.
Starting out, of course, originally this was a deluxe set. Of course, you could buy Luke separately later,
Yeah.
minus the accessories.
D4, I believe?
Yes.
Okay.
But this was a completely overhauled Yoda, which beforehand I was like, you know, the Yoda figure's not that bad. And then you look at the new one from this 2-pack and you're like...
Even the archive.
Yeah, even the
You're like,
archive, you're
whoa.
like, I don't know.
Right.
But I do like the archive as a prequel Yoda now.
True.
But this is a definitive Empire Strikes Back version of Yoda. Of course, the Luke Skywalker is also amazing.
Best Mark Hamill.
Yep, and this
Likeness.
was the winner of the fan vote, which I mentioned the story in my review. I had initially regretted voting for the Luke and Yoda 2-pack because I was like, man, I should have voted for like Lobot or something that, you know, maybe if enough people voted that it would have had a solid chance. But ultimately now I'm glad it won because both of these figures are amazing.
Best Luke.
Best Luke, hands down. Best Mark Hamill likeness. Comes with a ton of accessories. You can actually get him to do the handstand,
Unassisted.
which I am so happy I actually did it relatively quickly in my review
Nice.
for the figure.
Nice.
I was like, it's actually surprisingly not too difficult to get him in that pose, which is awesome. He also comes with like the force grip hand. And then,
Yeah.
of course, you get the backpack, and Yoda comes with 2 heads. Yoda comes with 2 heads.
That's almost unheard of.
Right. And that automatically gets this set on the list because alternate heads in the Black Series are pretty much non-existent.
Yeah. Not to mention the lightsaber.
Yep.
Of course.
And-
That comes with every Luke.
And the DL-44 if you're...
True.
If you want to have that going.
Yeah.
But epic 2-pack, easily worth every single penny.
Oh, yeah.
But coming in at number 9 is another figure similar to Mace Windu. We were like, where is he? When's he coming?
Yeah.
But again, another figure. I'm so happy that he didn't come out until photoreal happened. Of course, number 9 is Count Dooku. Another 2020 banger.
Oh, man.
Another figure that's way better than the SH Figure Arts, hands down.
Yep.
A $20 figure beats out a figure that I believe is currently on Big Bad Toy Store for over $100.
Christopher Lee likeness.
Perfect. Alternate saber swinging effect.
Yeah, the whoosh.
The whoosh, which also works on a couple other hilts.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to put them on some other characters' lightsabers, you could do that too.
Yeah, I gave mine to the second sister Inquisitor.
Yep.
So that's great that it comes with that separate blade. The robe is perfect.
Yep.
You could have it folded back.
Right, it folds back so nicely. Butterfly joints, those hidden single knees that I feel like don't get enough love in the Black Series. I absolutely like the little flap that goes over. I noticed Moff Gideon had it too, and I'm like, I like this little flap that when the leg is straight or bent a little bit, it just looks like a knee.
Yeah, and Darth Tyrannus is just such a big prequel villain.
Right.
And a huge villain in the Clone Wars animated series. So, I mean, it took a long time, but like you said, we're so happy it happened now as opposed to before. Ooh. Coming in at number 8 is the Mandalorian in his Beskar armor. Now, we had a little discussion
Yeah.
whether to put the original episode 1 and 2 Mando in this list or the Beskar Mandalorian. They come with the same accessories, except Beskar comes with the jetpack, but you do lose out on the forearm gauntlet rotation.
Right.
If that wasn't the case, I feel like this would be higher on the list.
definitely. And it's a mystery why the gauntlet rotation was taken away.
Like, yeah, it had to be a new mold, put the whistling birds on it, but still, why couldn't they have made it twistable?
So it saved Hasbro 0.000001 cent
per unit. Yes.
per unit. But it still does look very good. Of course, we definitely desperately need a Mandalorian with a soft goods cape in the line.
True. That is also true.
Of course, you could always get a third-party custom cape, but you know, you could even go one better and, you know, say like the build-up pack version, which comes with a boatload of accessories.
True.
But the standard one, you know, you get the jetpack, you get the cape, you get the long plasma rifle, and then you get his pistol as well, all painted.
All painted.
Like you said, they spared no expense on Mando. Even like the little details, like the silver buckles on the belt.
You get
the sash.
The mud horn.
Yeah, the mud horn.
Signet.
On the even on the sash, like the little bullets are painted too. Which it's just like details you don't normally see on Black Series figures.
Right.
But obviously because it's Mando and he's super popular, they went all out with the paint apps for him.
And it's just the most iconic look.
Right. Of course. So number 7 is a figure that we all love. Who doesn't love this figure? Universally praised. Could very well be a lot higher on this list.
True.
But number 7 is Captain Rex.
Yeah, it was... I sort of tossed around the idea like, oh, Rex or Bly. Because they're both fantastic, amazing figures. But Bly does not have the removable helmet. Rex does. It's a bit more iconic. He's way more of a popular character, so of course, Rex. Perfect clone body.
You know, the likeness was just off the chart. The details on the figure were incredible.
Dirty. He's a dirty boy. The
very subtle updates to the figure, but there are quite a few updates to the clone body. Of course, the most notable ones being just the little cutout. That's all they needed to do. And it's just a little cutout.
Those double jointed elbows work perfectly. The one thing with Rex is that his left hand is not the vertical hinge.
Yes.
Trigger finger.
Yes.
They both should have been trigger fingers because he comes with his 2 blasters unless you have the Hasgone exclusive, but then you miss out on the photo reel. So this is the regular version that has the photo reel.
Yep.
That being said, you can still give him any blaster in your arsenal and he'll be able to utilize it perfectly. And I mean, this was also a character that, if you've been collecting the Black Series for a while, we dreamed of having this figure.
True.
We thought, oh, they'd never do that because it was Clone Wars, not in a film. So the fact that we even got it in the first place, it kind of opened up the book to more different forms of media from Star Wars that we could get figures from. So I feel like this was the start.
True.
So super happy to have it as a huge Clone Wars fan. And it's a good body, good head, good helmet. Good all around.
There you go.
Now, for the following 6 figures, I feel like these are just the best of the best.
Borderline interchangeable for the most part.
Some of these are interchangeable for sure. Coming in at number 6 is the Gamorrean Guard. Originally exclusive to Target. We each have 2.
Yep.
Soft goods, jaw, multiple accessories.
Multiple painted accessories, too.
Painted accessories. The articulation.
Hasbro went all out for the Gam Guard when they didn't really need to.
They do that at times. They just randomly knock a random figure out of the park. And we don't know why. Double jointed elbows on the big bulky Gam Guard.
Yep. He's got a nice black wash over the costume as well, which is, again, something you don't see a lot in the Black Series.
Yeah, the soft goods pelt.
Yep, which fits really well, looks very accurate. Glad that turned out so well. Of course, the jaw articulation.
Oh, yeah.
And the head sculpt, too. They absolutely nailed the Gamorrean Guard. I'm glad it's no longer a Target exclusive. It is currently, right now, available on most action figure websites like Big Bad Toy Store and Dorkside Toys.
Yep. I mean, they even went to detail the inside of the mouth.
Right.
With like a tongue and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
for the Gam Guard.
For the Gamorrean Guard.
Which I mean respect, because I love Gamorrean Guards.
True.
Return of the Jedi is my jam.
Very
I
true.
love all the creatures.
Very true.
Now, hopefully one day that means we get a nice Max Rebo that has the same insane level of detail.
I agree.
Coming in at number 5 was our absolute favorite figure of 2020.
True.
This is the Hoth Rebel Trooper.
Fantastic body. Butterfly joints. The backpack is great. Paint apps, all there. Interchangeable faces.
Yep. This is another game changer, which currently at the time of this video, we have not seen another figure utilize this technology.
True.
But you have to imagine we're going to see this again down the road. Most likely, my prediction.
Endor Rebel Trooper.
Endor Rebel Trooper. That's the next obvious step. Mm-hmm. Other toy companies have used the face swapping stuff for a long time.
True.
But it's awesome to see that Hasbro is finally doing that, because it has to, I'd have to imagine it cuts down on costs, because they're not making a whole another alternate head.
Right.
But it's a nice way to get an alternate expression, or in this case, a completely different face for the trooper. Mm-hmm. And potentially this figure could, again, get better in time, because, mm-hmm. you know, say the Endor Trooper is 2 different faces. A new Rebel Fleet Trooper would be 2 different faces. Then you start swapping faces between all of them.
Right.
And then your army building just goes crazy.
Yeah. Handkerchief thing, cloth thing,
Yep.
goggles.
Something like 20 variations if
Yeah.
you include swapping the different weapons.
Yeah, because it comes with the 2 blasters, including the blaster rifle, the Rebellion blaster rifle. I don't know the name of it. Some AC-180, something like that. But
First time in the Black Series.
First time in the Black Series. But both blasters are unpainted. They are just hunks of gray plastic. It would have been higher on this list if those blasters were painted.
Everything about the figure is like a 10 out of 10. And then Hasbro was just like, oh, we got to the guns and, well, it'll save us a couple pennies down the road. Couldn't just put a little dry brushing on there? Mm-hmm. Just a little something just to spice it up?
Mm-hmm. Coming in at number 4 is yet another figure that if you've been collecting forever, you never in a million years thought we would get a Cad Bane from Star Wars The Clone Wars. Masterpiece figure.
Absolutely.
Hasbro knocked it out of the park. I mean, to do it so well,
mm-hmm.
as well as just simply getting the character in the line, what a win. What a win.
Absolutely. And the just level of detail, the articulation, again, masterpiece. They nailed the Cad Bane expression as well. The removable hat. And of course, since it's removable, you know, you can kind of tilt it and cheese it to where you can get him to hold it or do some classic Cad Bane posing,
right? Which
is always appreciated. Of course, you could get the deluxe version that comes with Toto 360.
True.
But either way, deluxe or standard, Cad Bane's awesome. Sure, yeah, we could have maybe used a couple more accessories, but when you think about an essential Cad Bane figure, he's got the 2 blasters, he's got the hat.
Completely new mold.
Completely new mold, and he's got the grimace. So there you go. You know, I think Cad Bane as a figure probably won't get better than that.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I just can't believe. Like, if you guys were in it during the dark times, like 2016, where it was just all movie stuff, and the Black Series seemingly was just going to do nothing but movie stuff forever. Finally broke that chain. Now we're getting some really good Clone Wars stuff. Thank goodness.
Now coming in at number 3 is a figure I think a lot of people were suspecting. Here comes just another repaint. But old Hasbro sometimes has some tricks up their sleeves.
Very true.
Our number 3 Black Series figure of all time is Darth Vader. This is the Empire Strikes Back version. So either the 40th anniversary carded version, or alternatively, he had a new box release. Mm-hmm. Both are the same exact figure. And Hasbro surprised us a little bit with it. So he's got some new molding going on. Butterfly joints. a softer armor piece. Of course, I even think that there's some minor differences in the head sculpt as well. Certainly different paint apps, like the silver under jaw.
Yeah. I mean, the black glossy paint on the helmet finally got a black-eyed Vader.
Yes.
Which, why did it take so long to get a Vader that just had black eyes? Like the majority of the time we see him, but it was well worth the wait. I mean, those butterfly joints just make it takes it to the next level, because the 40th anniversary, the New Hope Vader was on our top 10 last year.
Yes.
So it's only fitting, because this is a pretty big improvement over a pretty good figure.
Right.
So,
which again, I think surprised almost everyone in the toy community once you got it in hand. So.
Right. I mean, it is the quintessential Darth Vader figure. Coming in at number 2 is something that was so easily and readily available for the longest time. A lot of people slept on it. Now they're pissed.
I remember when this figure was on sale.
Right. That figure is, of course, the deluxe Emperor Palpatine with the throne from Return of the Jedi, an Amazon exclusive.
Yes.
And it comes with 3 different heads.
Alternate hands?
Lightning? Force lightning effects?
The Emperor's throne?
The cane?
A soft goods lower body so he could actually sit, unlike the first release.
We've never gotten anything like that ever again.
Yep. That was like a weird Hasbro experiment, and then they were like, oh, we're done. Well, we got Snoke on the throne, too.
But I mean, it's the throne.
Yeah.
From Return of the Jedi.
The Emperor figure is amazing, too.
It has all the little buttons and everything.
The alternate heads are epic.
The grinning head, the Force lightning attack head.
Yes. You just get so many options with this guy, and it's also nice for people who have the original Emperor, because then you can spice him up a little bit.
Take the head out, pop the hands on, maybe.
Exactly.
Whatever you want to do, which is exactly what I did.
Yes, and this is currently, unfortunately, one of the rarest Black Series figures. It's extremely hard to find these days. Hopefully, and I would imagine that it's coming, but, you know, once 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi rolls around, I'm sure we'll see the Emperor and his throne one more time.
One of the most satisfying figures in the Black Series.
Yes.
If not the most satisfying figure in the Black Series, to have him sitting in that throne. And I like the purple cushion on the inside.
And our number 1 figure, which has been our number 1 figure every single time we do a top 10 Black Series figures of all time. This is the Orange Pauldron Sandtrooper. Epic figure. Something that I didn't know until today. He actually has a different head than the original Stormtrooper.
Ever so slightly, but it's better.
The helmet is like wider, so the proportions are better. Now, of course, you could also, you know, I'd include the white pauldron.
Oh, yeah.
The black pauldron.
But the detail, the sandy, grimy detail on this Sandtrooper is just, they've never replicated this kind of detail on a Black Series figure. They have never replicated it. That sort of dust and sand and grime and just ever so slightly. It's not overdone, but it's just perfect. It comes with 3 blasters. The long vacuum tube looking blaster, the longer repeating blaster, of course the E11 blaster comes with a backpack that you can remove. So much customization, so many accessories. It's almost unbelievable that this was in the first wave. This is an orange line figure from 2013.
And of course, like you were saying, you know, we don't see Stormtroopers coming with 3 guns anymore and a backpack. So what you got back then, the accuracy of the details, especially for the helmet, the sand effects also, just so good. So yeah, that is our number 1 pick, the Sandtrooper.
I mean, the purport, even the slight helmet mold change makes a world of difference because I think this is the best looking Stormtrooper. We love the new 2020 Stormtrooper. I feel like the helmet is just barely just a little too small. I feel like the proportions are perfect on the Sandtrooper. And yeah, I love the black pauldron and the white pauldron one as well. But of course, orange, the most iconic.
Right.
The orange pauldron.
Right. So there you go. Will there ever be a figure that can dethrone the Sandtrooper? Stay tuned until the next time we make an updated
2022
top 10 Black Series figures of all time. So, of course, let us know what your top 10 favorite figures are in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, ring that bell so you get those notifications when we upload our new videos. Also, if you are interested in joining our little community, we also have a Discord where we talk about all sorts of things, you know, Star Wars, other action figures. It's not just Black Series related. And I like it. I like our little community over there.
It's been fun. It's been fun. Also, live streams every Sunday at 1 p.m.
Yep. We've got it all here, folks. So thank you so much for watching. Of course, I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you guys next time on Out of the Basement.